Only way to it is through it. I done it, I did it again. I push these pins till I'm pushing the bins. Bumping this pusher while pushing my ends. Hey, pull up, push up. Pull up, I'm pushing my ends. Hey, pull up, push up. Pull up, I'm pushing my ends. Skuzii dealing with a lot today. Papa Doc, not a lot to say. Papa Lock, okay, Skuzii's chillin'. Uptown chillin', G's up, hoes down. Bitch smile for the villains. Crown for the willing. Pounds to the ceiling. Sweet.
I'ma keep it up, but it's like I would like for things to be like, just honestly on a selfish note, I would like to be like my only thing is perform. I don't really do shit else but go to restaurants, perform. I like to eat sexy food and I like to perform, but like I feel like niggas need to shut this shit the fuck down, like, but for real,
yeah,
like we've been like bullshitting from it, especially Virginia, especially Richmond, like downtown Richmond, like where we stay by Marguerite's Canteen.
Above Marguerite's Canteen.
Nothing has changed the entire time.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker's like, oh damn, numbers is going up. I wonder why.
You got niggas lined up outside of Bellows Lounge and Margarita Canteen. They're respectable businesses. I ain't gonna downplay any business, but it's like, at what point do you sit back and like, damn, I'm really packed in here with 200 other motherfuckers sweating, breathing on the back of my neck, getting coronavirus.
I have to take these Henny shots in front of other humans, like
off this girl's stomach,
and I will die for it.
It's real life.
Like, god damn. Like, I honestly think it's just as simple as I wish like niggas would just sit the fuck down.
Yeah.
Like how they did like Italy and France. Like, just sit in your apartment, but it all depends on your government actually wanting to give you some source of income so you can actually shut down.
America's like, okay.
You got 1,200 7 months ago.
Yeah. Make it stretch, nigga.
I hope your rent was $50 a month, player.
Pussy.
But in the meantime, riding around bumping my tunes. I'm in the news, turned off the news cause I don't want no more dead homie blues. 9-4 caught in Newport blues. I find it true, I heard the plug ran dry, I'm smoking Newports too. Yeah, cancer, I know it, but I'm...
Say you're president. You're in that position of power. You see what's going on. What would you do right now for the people to show them that, you know, I'm here. I'm trying to make a difference.
So if I was the president on some business shit, I low-key keep that shit going. But at the same time, like clothes, no inside nowhere, no bars, fuck all that shit. Like, that's what's really getting motherfuckers. Like, come on, bro. You going to the bar taking shots.
Of Hennessy.
Like they could be washing it. They could be washing the dishes.
Yeah.
It's a little scrub.
You can't wash it.
Water. Be sharing glasses.
You can't wash Hennessy.
You feel me? Like, I'm tired of wearing masks, low key. I'm trying to get this shit over with. I'm tired of making this shit a part of life. We don't know which females is cute and none of that. I'm single.
Single.
That is important.
Yeah, so
He had to throw that in. I'm single. So you president of the United States and you worried about
Hennessy.
Hennessy, and if that bitch looks good in that mask.
At the same time, yeah, I'm just tired of. I'm tired of people dying at the same time. I'm the president. I'm tired of people dying. I just want to get this shit over with. Like, why is this shit still here? It's a virus, or it's been over 8 months,
and it's just us, really.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else going through this shit, but
yeah, because we don't know how to stay in the fucking house.
I blame Hennessy at the end of the day.
I mean, it's not even just people that stay in the
blame
house.
Hennessy.
You got 348 million people in America, and at least what's 73 a fraction of 70 million, 340, whatever the fraction is. You got a fraction of motherfuckers who don't want to wear masks.
Facts.
And their circle of people that they interact with is getting fucked up from them just breathing.
Right.
And we got a real thin line of what quote unquote essential worker is as well too.
Yeah, that's facts.
We both technically,
we both fucking essential workers.
And I don't think the shit is that goddamn essential personally.
I mean, I get why I'm essential. I work in a lab. I work in a pharmaceutical lab. So for me, we need to send data out to our people, but it's like my boss is at home and has been at home for like 8 months.
And you don't have to interact with the public.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I work at a credit union.
All right, yeah, you got it.
I have to deal with motherfuckers. And it's like, you would think like, okay, like, yeah, financial institution, you have to get your money. Bro, if you spent a day there, it's motherfuckers cashing $2 checks and shit like that.
Oh, man.
Or joining. It's like, bro, you could do this on the phone. Yeah, but I'd rather sit in front of someone because I was born in 1938. Like, it's like, and now we both gonna die because you stupid.
I don't trust the computer.
I blame Hennessy.
Hey, this song is called Habitual, and it's just the way that we go. Yeah, I think it's just the way that we go. Look, Okay, now, so I'm not good enough to be your husband, good enough for the pussy, but not enough for your love and affection. At first you blamed it all on my complexion. Light-skinned niggas like perfections, reflections.
The theme of the octopus, where did that come from?
So, in all honesty, it started with my one of my earlier projects called Infinite Vibes from the Lands of Finesse, which was literally the most randomest group of things that you put together. I'm just always big on my imagination and just leading with some shit. Like literally, I linked up with this artist in Australia, and he was like, "Yo, how do you want your cover to look?" I'm like, "Bro, I just wanted to be me on the front and an octopus on the pit bull chain." And he was like, "Okay, cool, all right, bet." I can't draw the chain, but I can put the octopus. I'm like, "That works for me." And I just kind of started understanding the mystique of like telling motherfuckers not to ask about some shit. So he was like, "Oh, well, what does it mean?" I'm like, "I can't tell you." The whole time that shit didn't really mean nothing. But in hindsight, the whole purpose of it was to be for the meaning to find myself. So over time, like it's all like this, the octopus itself has always presented itself to me over time because I put it out there like that. People have brought the information to me. So I've been able to understand like how interesting creatures they are, the complexity of them, like so many different meanings to that have like formed the themes of the overall album.
Okay. So what you've learned about the octopus, is there anything that you can take from that to compare to yourself?
Hell yeah. I would say the best thing about them for and a lot of people can relate to, especially in times right now, is the spiritual meaning behind them. Like if that's like if you believe in like totem and spiritual animals and shit like that, they represent like staying low key and getting your shit together.
Okay.
So it's like it represents like you got it together, but everybody doesn't know yet. And when it's time for you to show motherfuckers, you gonna show them, but you don't really got to. It's like that shit is like the epitome of staying in your own lane because they're super duper complex creatures, like some of the best creations that God could have made, but most people don't even know that, and they cool with it. It's like, nigga, I'm just over here in my little complex camouflage lane. Like you don't even need to understand me. And they happy with that. They don't live a very long time. They just do their thing, octopus it up, and they fuck ish. They actually really don't fuck. The funny thing is, they hand semen over. Like literally, that's them making.
Pass it over.
They just be like,
Wait, like a fucking bird?
they don't actually mate. Like they have like one of their tentacles, and it's not a dick. It's just a tentacle. The nigga just be like, and then the woman's like, "Appreciate you, king." And then the man dies shortly after, and then the woman, she gives birth to the eggs or whatever, and she guards the eggs until they're hatched. And then when she's guarding them, it takes so much out of her because she doesn't eat, she doesn't do anything. She just guards the eggs to make sure they straight.
You really been doing your research, bro. Like
I do nothing but research.
Yo, that's fire.
Yeah, everything's for a reason.
Wanna roll up, smoke trees. We love things we don't need. Get high, low key, politic with 4 T's. Roll up, smoke trees. We love things we don't need. Get high, low key, I said, damn, your short tees giving up throat, but don't know the meaning of water nor soap. Damn, your short tees giving up throat, but don't know the meaning of water nor soap. Damn, your short tees giving up throat, but don't know the meaning of water nor soap. Damn, your short tees giving up throat, but she don't know the meaning of water nor soap. Damn, little shawty, why you thirsty for a follow? Booking information don't equate you to a model. Looking like a dime, personality is garbage, and SoundCloud links don't make you no artist.
How did Skuzii, Tribe of Finesse, how was that created? How did you guys get into Richmond? Like, I want to know the whole story.
Hell yeah. So I'm from Newport News. Not all the way. My family, I'm a military brat. So my dad is from St. Thomas. My mother's from North Carolina. My dad retired in Newport News, so that's where we just stayed at, and I grew up there. I've been all over 75, so I'm from Newport News. I lived in Williamsburg, Hampton, all over the place. And I've always been rapping. Like Skuzii itself is just like an actual nickname from like middle school because I'm like super polite. It's like excuse me, etc. So the 2 eyes just represent duality from the Gemini.
Okay.
But as far as the Tribe of Finesse, again, that all came at that same time period, like 2017-ish, when the 7-5 movement was doing a lot. I was getting a lot of attention, and again, just that title, I was like, what's the most random shit I can think of? Because that project was leading into my next project, which was Chronicles Apartment, which is a little bit bigger. So I was just like, all right, Infinite Vibes because vibes wasn't like that big at the time, but infinite vibes from the lands of finesse, octopus, randomness. Niggas are intrigued. And then I just kept the finesse shit going. So then when I got my band, that was the finesse band. Once I decided to have a group of motherfuckers, however that group was, I called everybody that was amongst myself the tribe of finesse. Just trying to keep things within the community effort. Because for me, shit is always about community. After a while, I decided to move out to Richmond. Me and Bruce have known each other since we both went to Hampton University together. Bruce is originally from out in the area. And then we've always been real
Shout
close.
out Bruce.
Hell yeah.
That's me.
And a lot of things that he's doing now, he was already doing, but I was just like, man, I'd rather do business with somebody who I'm really close with. And we just been growing from there. I just kind of gave him a proposition of what I would like him to do. He's done that and then stepped up even more into his own self. And that shit, we just making shit rock.
I thought y'all were brothers.
Technically, we are.
Not like blood, but
Oh, I feel that.
we've been hazed together.
Okay.
Like,
Reborn babies.
Ladies and gentlemen, the website is live. tothecloudtv.com is live. You already know that's where you can find everything Cloud TV, Clouded Judgment, Rio's Bag, Cloud Sessions. You already know. One-stop shop, and the Cloud TV gear is available too. Make sure you purchase the merch. You already know that's just going to be fly. You already seen it. We already been plugging that in, so make sure you just show some love. So Bruce, give us a little bit of your background and how you got to, become in the role of, you guys working together and everything.
Man, so yeah, I am Bruce, aka Chubsy Bear, on Instagram and Twitter if you want to find me. We just know each other for 7 years? 7 years, marching the band together, haze together and shit like that. And I just really fuck with this music. That's really what it is. I was like, damn, bro, what is this, Saturday? Oh man, wake up, no, type shit, you know what I'm saying? And it just branched off once he moved to Richmond, 2-3 years ago. We just started working together. Like, we hung out a lot, and then we started working together. So it was like, what you need me to do? Okay, I'm gonna carry the DJs, fucking speakers, and shit like that. Turns out I can be tech savvy too, like designing website for Skuzii shit, QRC codes, hyperlinks, shit like that. We make content every other week. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of played off of we just told me play off people's strengths. Yeah. And one of mine, I like to talk. I like to talk a lot. I'm very articulate.
I seen the little videos where you pull up on people and just start.
Oh, hell yeah.
That shit is hard. I like that.
Probably my favorite thing to do. It's fun.
I think that's the thing though about putting people in position, because it's like, again, like you said, we always been close, but I've always known him to have that warm personality. And it was I'm good in front of the camera to an extent, but it's like, I know how he is with people, and I was like, bro, I feel like after doing certain types of things. So it's like, if you watch some of my shit, he has multiple characters that he does. We both do, but he can really sell it. We have a cooking show that we do too. So
yeah, the lives. I fuck with them shit.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, for real.
So it's he's dope on his own accord. It's just I'm just here to be you a star, man. Here's how. But that's what I feel about everybody around me, man. It's everybody's in position. But most people I keep around me is just people that I might ask you to do shit, because a lot of people want to do shit until it's time to do shit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's nigga, you just want to turn up and be around. But some of the people, including himself, it's people that have done what I've asked and then gone up and beyond to really damn, this motherfucker is beneficial to what the fuck I do. I gotta give you an incentive to stay around me, my nigga. Because you helping me out more than anything else. So I just try to do my best to even the playing field. You helping the fuck out of me, let me do whatever I can to help you do what it is that you trying to do too.
Some good idea of each hand washing the other, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own role they're playing. Everybody, you converge and you diverge. That's what life is, you know what I'm saying? So at one point, we're gonna converge, we're gonna work together, you're gonna branch out, we're gonna do our own separate shit. It's all gonna come back around.
Facts.
That shit dope.
Come back around.
Pull up, push up, pull up, I'm pushing my ends. Hey, pull up, push up, pull up, I'm pushing my ends.
Skuzii dealing with a lot today. Papa Doc, not a lot to say. Papa Lock, finna cop a stray. Hope the cops don't wanna stop today. Put on pot just to stop the pain. Gucci dropped when he caught the fade. Boosie dropped when I caught the fade. Lots of blood, could've caught the case. Woulda, coulda, that's an opportunist. Working hard just to rock the newest. Can buy it twice, don't mean I gotta do it. Still invested, know I got influence. Influence a nigga sick of me. If it's magic, why you trick for free? Sweet tooth, baby, trick or treat. The bitch a dog, seen the itch and fleas. Pick at knees, wanna pick on me. Specifically, wanna hit the trees. Never ever get the lick on me. Sorry, shawty, no, it isn't free. baby, this dick is expansive. Period pimping, I'm ending your sentence. They got expansive, I'm paying rent, so you not even tempting. That made my point like a nigga was fencing.
Take me into like your creative process of like creating that project and your music in general. Because I normally don't hear your type of music like as far as like that. You have the pen, like your pockets, everything is there, but also you're aware of what's going on. So you're being that conscious type that can actually like motivate people to like want to make change and be that leader. Like I really want to get into that. Like how did that come into fruition and everything?
I've just always been very animate about speaking on what was or has gone on with me, and I've been very aggressive about making sure that my skill set matched where I was at in my life. Like for example, before I started working on this album, I didn't feel like I was lyrically where I wanted to be. So to get where I needed to be, I did 30 freestyles, and I dressed them up a certain way. They on my YouTube, like I made them look cute, but like fucking I made them like they were chopped and screwed. But there was an aesthetic purpose to it. I was like, I don't think I'm ready. Like maybe I'll be ready in 30 songs. Like that was like my like hyperbolic time shaming. Like well, and then because like for me, like the first 5 freestyles might have been like some goofy like I fuck you girl type shit. But then by freestyle 6 we talking about God. And the next one we're talking about finance. And I'm like, okay, that's where I want to be at. So I'm very aware of the craftsmanship. I've always been a big fan of the hip hop culture. Like when I came into hip hop, and everybody around me, I was very animate about making sure that the culture was important. So it wasn't just myself. I had people around me that were break dancers. I had people around me that did art. I had people around me that were like into the 5% Nation or Zulu Nation and shit like that. That knowledge came with it. So it was always important for me to, on the community type shit we were talking about earlier, pushing the culture forward. So I always want to make sure that, like, again, Godspeed to everybody who believes whatever they believe or what they don't. But like for me, I love the culture of hip hop, and I always want to make sure that what I put out and my content grows with me as a person in however way that it grows. So I want to make sure that like, anytime I'm doing some shit, I'm very conscious of what it is that we putting out and how it's being made aesthetically.
Right. Hell yeah, that's fire, bro. Cause like for real, like I feel like we need more artists like you that are actually like using their gifts to actually like influence people to actually want to do positive things. And that's what I've gotten out your music. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have gotten it out of it as well.
Yeah. That's the point, bro, because it's like we dictate the culture. Like hip hop is the culture. Like music is always transcending a lot of things as far as like spirituality and like it's vibrations. It comes from the earth, all that third eye woke shit, but it does. And it's like we have to understand that as people that put out this shit, niggas love, not niggas, but people, everybody who's in this culture love to say like, oh, I'm not a role model. I'm this. Is like, fuck that, bro. You have to take some role of responsibility as the people who advance music in America. We have to like fall into that role and understand that it's like you dictate the culture, and that's cool. Just take the reins of this shit and be aware of it. It doesn't mean everything has to be like go to school and read your books. Like nah, it's like you can make like your heart, like you can still do like your like real thugged out shit as like explaining what you go through and shit. Like that's important too, but it's a difference between like explaining and influencing, and you have to be cognizant of that and what you're putting out. So
it's like you have to take some realm of responsibility for the words that you bring out to people, because you're manifesting everybody else's futures by letting them know, oh man, this is the life that I lived. It was lucrative for me. Go ahead and deal crack and get shot up by somebody. Bitch ass nigga. But like, it's like you really have to be cognizant of these like these truths, you know what I'm saying? Because someone's going to really believe it. Like you're talking about stands and shit. Someone will stand your lyrics and be like, fuck.
Facts.
I'm trying to be just like him. You fucked up in there.
And there be a lot of motherfuckers that like, one, a lot of these people haven't really gone through a lot of shit they talk about, and that's none of my business. But then you have a lot of people too who have already went through it and then keep like, I'll give you like, I fucks with Future, but Future's a good example. He was one of the people like he got on camera a couple years ago and was like, yeah, I don't do drugs no more. Why the fuck are you still talking about drugs? Like that's not cool.
That's what killed me
That's
out.
not good. Like that shit is not groovy, bro. It's mad fucking people our age that are fucking like heroin addicts, but they don't know they doing that shit.
Yeah, listening to him trying to perpetuate
it's like,
that kind
bro,
of image.
it's like, oh, I'm popping pills. What is in the pill, bro?
It's like you're trying to replicate. It's like people don't know what their life's purpose is. They're trying to replicate someone else's. They're trying to live up to what they wanted, what they did, and they're trying to get the end goal that they got.
Right.
You can't live anybody else's life.
You have to, as an artist, you have to, bro. Like, I feel like people will get, like, for example, like, I'm a big Jay-Z fan, right? But I can appreciate 444. I won't say 444 like Wendy shit. Good deal. But I can appreciate that level of Jay because I remember Big Pimpin' Jay. And it's like, I love both Jays, but it's like, from the outside looking at them, I remember being like a little nigga watching the Big Pimpin' video and his ass everywhere. And then watching, like listening to this nigga now talk about taxes and being unfaithful and trying to get his shit together and watching everything. Like, I feel that's inspiring for people. You have to show people growth. That's important.
That's cool. That's cool. Because everybody, you keep rapping the same idea, like Future, still rapping about like drugs and shit like that. You're still stuck in that same mindset. You know? So Jay-Z grew. Nigga was doing crack, owns buildings. You know, he's talking about being in a different tax bracket, actually investing your money. You know what I'm saying? Having one wife, like really being about your family and shit.
Legacy.
Come on, that's
sustainable.
That's key right there. Like,
Okay, Skuzii's chillin', uptown chillin', G's up, hoes down, bitch smile for the villains, crown for the willing, pounds to the ceiling, sweet tooth, baby, gold crowns for the feelings, got slugs on my K9s, moving like a snail though, shawty sending cash app, nigga, hell no, moving in my shell toes, baby hit my snail though, Brian had to pack shit, sticky like Velcro, I came to bring the bounce to this good shit, new hood shit, wish a bitch would shit, careful what you wish for, make a bitch tiptoe, catch me on the 6th floor, baby, look, I've been playing mad shows, got way more states to go. Hey, cup full of Jameson, blazed with amazing hoes. Kiss on her lips, she lit, I can taste the draw. And I'm only in town for the night, don't take it slow. Get slow.
I wanted to get your opinion, your stance on how you feel about the current situation with, you know, the White House, the politics. Do you feel like they're going to have a nice transition of power, or do you think?
Hell no.
You think Trump's going to be in his bag?
it's already
That nigga
shit.
That nigga swimming in his bag, right? Like it's. I mean, it's like it's crazy because one of my friends brought up a good point, and I hate it, and I don't agree with his overall point. You know what I'm talking about? But he was saying it's like, bro, it's like picking between like the best pimp, like.
It really is.
It's like they both. It's like now. Granted, I don't like where his resolution went with that. We won't get into that. But I do agree with the overall. Like, fuck, we really should, like. Now, granted, I do feel like one is not comparable to the other in any way, shape, or form. Just personally for me. But I think it's gonna be one of them things when we look back, like it's already shitty now. But like, you ever dated somebody who was like some ass, and you was just like, damn, that bitch really got a train ran on her in my mama's garage. Like that's wild.
Damn.
Like,
God damn, I ain't never dated nobody like that.
that's Trump.
Nobody getting trained in my
Trump
garage.
is the
In my
body that
mama's
got a train ran on her.
That's the ugly truth.
Yes.
Mama's garage.
Yes.
If y'all still doing that, I hope this be safe. This wear a condom, but don't tell nobody. Just keep that shit between y'all three. Or y'all four.
I feel like we've been surviving this shit so much. It's like when we really look back, this nigga was really depressed for a while. For a high school lifetime.
And you know, we have really a choice between lesser evils, and unfortunately, that's the best you could do. So a lot of people voted against the current situation more so than for what we currently have.
And a lot of people didn't vote because of the situation, you know?
Yeah,
And I couldn't really fault people who didn't vote, because it's like, how do you really make that decision?
It was a tough call for a lot of people.
It was. I can see that. But like, if you have to look at in the overall scheme of things, I mean, it might not affect you. Check the community of which you're in. So I don't know.
Bigger picture. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, you can see how it is. Oh, it's going to affect me. How does it affect my mom, or my cousins, or my best friend, or someone who's involved with me? Like, you can't be selfish with some of the things you do.
The hood still
like
the hood.
I like that a lot of people bringing up the tax shit. Like I know niggas that like really pushing Trump is talking about
He's
like
gonna take 30% out my check, brother.
it's like but you poor, bro.
Make less than $400,000.
We all like a lot of
he's not even worried about you.
Yeah. I think you had to make over 500,000 or 400,000
400,000
for it to really affect you. So like, that ain't most of us. So.
It's not.
I don't even think the president falls under that shit.
Facts.
We talking annual salary. I think they shit's like 350, 300.
You're right.
He just doesn't make
Yeah,
it.
they make more after their presidency. Yeah.
But I mean, that comes with big deals and actually like doing other political things.
And to be fair, I did vote. I did take part in it because of a lot of different reasons. But I said I understand where some people come from because it is a hard decision, and
Yeah.
When you were coming right down to it, I saw faults in both of them.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
But I definitely see him being childish and just, taking his ball home and not wanting people to play anymore.
I mean, they're already doing that. If you look at it, he's told the coronavirus response team not to talk to Biden, no transition teams to talk to Biden, but he's already moving. Like, he's picking out his cabinet, doing whatever he wants to do. It's like it all depends on the maturity. Because like they have their faults, but Biden is winning in the maturity factor. Like, he's showing them, you don't have to play with me. I got my own shit.
Granted, they both like 420 years old together. Like,
It looks like it hurts them to like open her eyes.
it does.
Yeah, that's what's
I
so
heard that
crazy.
shit on the camera.
All right, I think we on the last song. If you feeling good, everybody, can I hear you say finesse? Finesse. All right, respect. It's a very Too Shorty and inspired type of song about them hoes. Are you addicted to attention? Baby, why you wanna be seen? Dimes ain't throwing fire, but you wanna smoke green. Dollar menu burgers talking about you going lean, saying niggas ain't shit, but you trying to hit the team. Please, tell me why you always want more. Hit my Twitter at 2, Tavion's at 4. My name Brian, ain't give you no time, so you hit Jack Union with the same damn lines. Some shawties ain't got game for shit, and the finesse band don't run trains, bitch. Ain't no locomotion, please no commotion.
I work directly. So normally I work directly with Jack Union, very good friend of mine.
Okay.
He produced all my EPs that have dropped within the last year, and then me and him co-produced my last project, Veronica's Apartment. And for this one, it was No One Ever. So No One Ever is the collaborative effort between him and Wilkes. Wilkes has been featured on a couple of my songs. He's done production on a couple of them too. So it's been both of them, and then also we have I think the only other co-producer was Zoe. Zoe's a very young cat. He's from Newport News. He goes out.
Okay.
He goes to VCU now too. He did the song that dropped today, Calisthenics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he fucked with that.
Yeah. That was another one. Yeah. That's just hard.
Thank you.
That's just hard.
So I keep everything in house. I try to keep it like consistent, just so that again I really think about the musical part of it. I don't want a whole bunch of beats from mad niggas like. But also, me and him, we work. That's my family. That's like legitimately like my brother. So he we go back so far. Like I don't have to tell him nothing. Like he'll be doing some shit and I'll see him do it, and like I'll just be like there's almost no point in me having co-production notes because I don't have to sit there. I just sit there and it's just like, oh, all right, baby, good. Like,
You can tell, like you can really tell, like for real, like the way, like in the like also like the samples, like it just gives me like that nostalgic vibe. Like I love it. Like it's really dope.
It's definitely on purpose. I would say the good thing about it is too, like a lot of these things they didn't like take a lot of work from me. Like it literally would be me like coming back from Richmond on whatever day I could come and he'd be like, yo, what we doing? Like, I don't know, bro, just whatever. And then he makes some shit and I write some shit and that's it.
Word.
And it all came together. And like it just really spoke about what was going on currently, and I made sure I was consistent with my efforts and make sure I was ready for what was to come.
Hell yeah. That's
I'm very excited to finally hear it when it drops because I've heard maybe snippets of it here and there. It sounds like you put in a lot of effort into this project.
Oh yeah, man, and I appreciate that too. And it's like even what I sent Shaw is not like it's like 4 things on there that's not there, and then like the skits and shit isn't there either. So it's like that, and like, to me that's just me being like an author. Like I'm gonna give you enough so we can talk about it, but it's like you're going to get that full experience when it's time. Like
you got to keep that anticipation
because once you get the skits is really like that's one of my favorite parts of everything. So
see, that's what I'm talking about. I love artists that take pride in the skits. Those are the little things that I miss. It takes me back to like the good old days when like albums was like albums where it was like, hey yo, you remember track 13 when they did the thing on the skit? Yep. Like those are the things that I really remember and like I cherish, like for real.
I think even for us that comes from like that musical background, like we're used to playing, like we play everything. Like most of us, we come up on concert music, classical music, marching and shit like that. Right. All of these things are large pieces, boss. Like we just talk about that shit. Shout out to the Mets.
Gotta get that.
Oh my god. But yeah, they it's like not saying no names now, but you used to like different acts, like that. What got me too, just like going a little off, but like Janelle Monáe, her first
Archandroid,
Archandroid, like that was broken in like different. Like it's literally broken down like a piece of classical music. But it's like, so there might be different vibes, so to speak, but it's like everything ties within each other. Like this is one whole thing. Like even though our albums are relatively new, albums did not exist until the 60s. That's a very new concept. But as far as a piece of work, a whole consistent thing, that's been around for a grip. So I'm happy to keep that type of musicality alive as far as a cohesive group of musical works together to make one thing. That's what I love. So
Hell yeah.
Just call me Dice Butter, why? Because nigga, I'm on the road. You cannot reach me, my phone is right there, nigga, I'm on the road. Tired of hiding my talent, so let me go put on a show.
How do you feel about the mixed reviews on the special? I said, I don't know. I don't give a I actually have zero to give.
Who would you say most inspired your flow? Because I do think you have one of the most unique flows I've heard in a little while.
thank you.
Facts.
Shit.
Question, baby.
It's a combination. I guess nobody specifically. I
meant combination. I could tell it's
I
a
study a lot of
yeah.
shit. Probably a combination between like Thelonious Monk, Prince, Biggie. Not so much. I love Jay, but I wouldn't say that's an influence. Jay, I'm more so like
Business aspect.
yeah. I'm a fan, but not really musically. I'm still inspired, but not like I don't take the flows or whatever. But Biggie, like I started rapping with Biggie. I started rapping with early J. Cole. Like that was when I started rapping. Was like the warm up. But at the same time, I was like taking my dad's old CDs, like Tribe Called Quest, Ready to Die, shit like that. Cool Kids. As far as calming down my flow though, because I used to be too wordy. This project I've been learning to say more but less. I definitely took some of the concepts from Jay. Larry June, actually. I'm a big Larry June fan. I fuck with Larry June, but it's just like, again, learning how to currency for sure. But again, specifically for this project, like learning how, like, cause I'm such a like lyrical, spherical, miracle nigga. Like I was just like
The wordplay.
the true challenge to me as a musician is like getting your point across and saying something just as prolific with less words, because that's hard to do.
That's a dope combination. And it's beautifully worded the way you transition. It sounds like the growth is there, and that just makes me more excited to hear what you got coming, man.
Thank you.
Bruce, who did you look up to? My bad, Fox. I got some questions. Yeah, I got you. But while we were on this, Bruce, who did? Because you're more of that. I feel like me and you are a lot of the same thing, because a lot of the roles that you play for Skuzii is what I do for Cloud TV.
Oh yeah.
So I want to get I want to pick your brain a little bit to figure out, who do you look up to? Who is that standard that you be like, all right, that's a person that I can look up to where I can learn some things and I can put that into, what I'm doing to help Tribe of Finesse, Skuzii, the whole brand.
Shit, that's a really good question, man. Definitely with, I guess, as far as the business minded aspect, Jay-Z, like the way you form your business, you put people in the positions you want them to be in so that they can excel. That's not something that I thought about. Me being like when I was young, I just tried to be like a jack of all trades type nigga. I'm good at a lot of random stuff, but not excelling in the stuff that I could really forward myself in. So more so like that. If you're talking about music, I like that Jay-Z's way of business of putting people where they want to be.
Right.
As far as just musical top 5 type random shit, I'm a very old, young guy. So I like people like Louis Armstrong, who I modeled myself to play trumpet off of, because I play music as well.
Word, that's what's up.
Yeah, I used to play trumpet, tuba, guitar, trying to relearn guitar and play ukulele type shit.
Yeah, I'd love to have you perform too. I would love to see that.
He wants me to at a random.
Bro, I'm a bully with music shit, because for us both, we met through band. And I think he met me as a section leader, and he ultimately became a section leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been teaching shit like that. But so with him, anytime I see him in the crib playing, I'm like, so you're gonna need to take that shit to an open mic. He's like, bro, I'll be ready when I'm like, nah, fuck that, bro.
Let's get it.
I'm like, you're not gonna learn till you fuck up. just being overly
that's
the truth.
Actually definitely a conversation we've had, shit. But
It just open up from just be on stage, just messing around.
I'm right here, baby. Play that shit, nigga. I'm trying to school.
Don't be a bitch.
But Louis Armstrong, Leonard Bernstein, which who did West Side Story, Porgy and Bess, like a lot of the writing for those like musicals. Extremely good conductor in for musicals and shit like that, and a band director. I love it. J. Cole, just because he's gotten me through my life shit, high school, college. All of his projects came around the times that I really needed them to come around, and like some of his songs really defined the moments in my life that I needed to be defined. Jermaine, I'm trying, Jermaine.
That's his real name.
I really fuck with early Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, man.
Like pre the big day Chance the Rapper.
Acid rap.
Oh man.
Shout out to JP.
Yeah.
JP Floyd.
Butter kisses.
Oh man. Yeah.
He has some glimpses of still having it.
He
but
does.
Yeah, he kinda didn't
Chance the
lose.
Rapper, he can still, like we had this conversation the other day.
Yeah.
He still has what he needs to put out a great album. It's just the way he put out the big day. His debut album was, in my opinion, terrible.
Yeah.
If you're gonna talk about your wife, like this is this
Too much. It was just too much.
And like someone comparatively who did like an album about his wife, Alan Stone, white guitar player. I think he was pretty soulful. He did an album entirely about his wife. And I'm like, damn, I don't feel overbearing. It's not just about your wedding day. It's like every single characteristic aspect that you felt about your wife. Like, and I actually put it in one of my top 5s, honestly. If you haven't checked him out, his Tiny Desk is fucking phenomenal. Alan Stone. Oh man. He's a really weird looking white guy. He can sing his ass off.
I caught that on a rabbit hole one time.
Yeah, check that shit out.
Come in and I was like, oh shit.
Tonight.
I was like, goddamn, who is this white man singing about brown eyes,
Right.
blue skies and shit?
He's killing that
I want to
shit.
feel like this. Thank you. Who is this white man?
On that name?
Shit.
But go ahead, Fox, with your question.
Oh shit, I got a lot of questions, man. What motivates you to write your lyrics, man? Like, cause you got some dope lyrics.
Thank you. It's a combination of the craft and then just getting shit out. It's therapy for me. It's therapy I didn't understand until I actually started doing therapy. Like I've just always been a writer. Like I love rap. Like I just legitimately love rap. I love rapping. I'm competitive. Like I love being better than somebody else. Honestly, that might not be the healthiest thing, but it works for me.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm also understanding more too now about being a moment. That's not okay. But I'm really big on the culture and the craft. Like my life goals extend finance and shit like that. I want to be the best musician for myself. That's like I want to see how many different ways I can do something. I just generally love the craft, and I'm really big on understanding like that my gifts exceed my personal needs. I understand that there's somebody out there that needs to hear what the fuck I'm talking about. Like no matter, like I'll give you a quick story. When I was I had to switch schools when I was little. I don't know how familiar y'all are with the 7-5, but like I was in Newport News and I had to switch to Williamsburg. What's a good comparison to that for like 8 or 4?
Coming from Richmond Public Schools to Glen Allen.
I don't know what that means, but it was a different environment. So like that was when I started taking it serious. And I remember I did one show for them, like a talent show, and it went well. And then I was part of SOUL, which is like School of Arts, and it was like, yeah, we want you to rap for this. And it's like all funded by old white people. And like I did like the most problematic shit I could do, because just to be contrary at the time, I was like 16, 17. So I did like a song about like turning up and then some other shit. And I did this song about like, it was 3 verses, and which at the time was way too long. So it was about like suicide and like abortion, just really serious, heavy shit.
Yeah, heavy shit.
Yeah, and like I was just happy to be there. And I remember no one clapped for me. I'm in school, I'm a child, and like all these white people, like the song was over and they were just like, man, this is what I'm paying for. And I was cool, and I was like, fuck. Again, I was contrary, so it was like, it is what it is. And I walked off, and I remember just like, I ain't gonna say old, but older than me, young woman, came up to me like crying and shit. And she hugged me, and she never explained what it was specifically that, triggered her. But she just kept saying how thankful she was. She was like, thank you for talking about what she's talking about. Like, it means a lot to me. Like, thank you so much. Like, crying and shit. And I remember when that happened, I was like...
That shit mean a lot to me.
Yeah. That's never left me. Like, I was always like, it's like, I'm going to talk about fun stuff too, because that's important to my life. But the shit that I think is specific to myself, I'm never going to just, like, leave that in my brain. Like, I'm going to talk about that.
Okay. Yeah, some real deep shit, because that's how I be feeling too as an artist myself. All right, so as an artist, how do your fans come to you? Like, how do your fans come to you as your lyrics? Like, do they enjoy it? Like, I ain't gonna say that, but do they feel it? Do they get the message that you're sending them?
Hell yeah, I get it all the time. It's like the best thing that you really see is at the shows. It's like you like it might be 2 motherfuckers, it might be 50, but like you motherfuckers know them songs, and that's what I'm like. Oh my God, you love me. Yeah. But
that's what got me when he was at my homie crib, bro. It was literally just us. Like he had his DJ. They pulled up.
As soon as you dropped it, it was just like
I was like,
straight tuned in.
I was like, hold on, who is that?
Yeah,
like,
that's
I promise.
That's what I'm saying. As soon as I heard his music, like
it was the words, the flow, the energy.
That's why
I didn't mean to cut you off, but I had to. That's how I felt.
Yeah. It resonates. It's like I'm just happy when people tell me, like, because I've had people like, because I talk about all types of shit.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. Like people actually get back to you and tell you how they feel about like. Yeah, that's
conversation. I just make sure I have conversations, and I don't just be like, "Hey, thanks for the support, nigga." Like, nah, like I try to talk about it because like I've had like songs about like.
Cause you drop some deep shit.
Yeah, like I have one of my songs, Savage. It's like it's fun, but it's about like getting cheated on, and I had a lot of people like it was messy because it was about a specific person. The motherfuckers was like, "Oh, that bitch is trifling," but I had some people who didn't know me, and it was just like, nigga, that helped. That made me want to start writing again. That made me want to write a poem about what I've been through, like. And that's what's important to me. Like, and then like I had a song about me and my dad's relationship. Like,
that was a good one.
Yeah, conversations in the parking lot. A lot of people like after, and my dad wasn't happy about it. Me and him are in a much better relationship. But I had so many people that had issues with their parents, issues with their fathers. And again, God bless EOM. I forgot. I falsely mentioned his name earlier. But EOM, God bless today. He passed away. He produced that song. But he gave me that song, and that's done a lot for a lot of people. And again, it's not one of my biggest songs, but it's like that, and then Prayers to Self, which
Prayers to Self. Like speaking from a person like who was a fan of your music before we even started working together, Prayers to Self was helped me a lot. You know what I'm saying? 2 years ago, I'm playing Prayers to Self on my way to my job every morning, screaming the fucking lyrics about a bitch who don't fucking want to love me, but I love myself, bitch. I know my problems.
We can probably do the acapella for that after the set.
That ass.
Oh shit, it's running that deep. Okay. It's like in your spirit.
After that.
Shit, are you working with any other artists right now?
Not at the moment. I'm not against it. It's just we just wrapping up the album. But I'm always down. I'm like, yeah, like community is important. So I'm always down to work with people and shit like that. Like that's gonna be my main thing. After this album's finished, I'm trying to work with everybody. Like whoever wants to work, I'm trying to work. It don't matter.
Should drop your ad name right now.
Yeah.
Also hit us up at SkuziiManagement@gmail.com if you would like to work. We're on our professional business level. SKUZ with 2 I's MGMT@gmail.com. Hit us up. We answer emails.
And just to be transparent, that's both of us on there, so it's not like some random motherfucker somewhere else is getting the shit. We both will see it. And we both will respond.
And we talk about it. Like if one of us gets it, we'll ask the other one if they see it. Or Skuzii.com, SKUZI.com. We got places you can check us out.
But don't DM me. No. That's no disrespect. It's just we sent out hella like promotion on DMs. Yeah. So my DMs are lost. So it's like, and I'm going through that one now. Right now with people, it's like, bro, I'm not trying to be Hollywood. It's just for organization purposes.
And even past that, we specifically said, just hit us up with the emails. Yeah. It's easier. It's organized. And like you said, both of us look at them. If one doesn't catch it, the other one will. Pause.
Oh gosh.
No time for holding, promoting, hold them. Low key hoping you were more wholesome. So we stay down like stones and keep rolling. You know I wear the shoe cause I fit it. Little booty hoes, better laugh, Bruce, hit it, That's my name, Brian, on the vocals right there. He couldn't be with us, but he's with us in spirit. Hey. Baby girl, you do too much. I'm gonna just sip my beer while that nigga sings. Hey, and I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you, bitch. You're not invisible, but you're out here doing too much for me. I just wanna see you. Hey, I just wanna see you. I just wanna, hey. Now if you tryna blaze, put some cash up. Ass won't get you no gas. Go blaze, put some cash up. Ass won't get you no gas. Now if you tryna blaze, put some cash up. Ass won't get you no gas. Go blaze, put some cash up. Ass won't get you look. Nah, I ain't David Blaine, baby. I ain't about to trick off no pussy. Might taste a little sugar, ain't paying for the cookie. Promise he ain't fucking with a rookie. Went to school for the game, ain't never played. I'm a 10 toes down, no clown around, nigga. Hit the town, all the hoes wanna crowd around, nigga. But she ain't know me, bitch, I'm really low key. So if you really fuck with me, I don't make a sound, get it, but I ain't looking for attention. No thirst bucket, sucking for some ducats in the mansion. Please apply retention. Ain't no need for unnecessary tension with me, bitch. My time costs money and attention ain't free. All these type A's wanna be seen with a G. Saying shawty got a nigga on the screen like catch a nigga slipping DMs in the screenshot. Please stop. My name Brian again on the vocals. He sounds so lovely, don't you agree? Sexual chocolate.
Baby girl, you do so much for me. But everything you do.
Hey, I just wanna see you. Wanna see you, baby. You're not invisible, I can see you, ho. I can see you through the camera. I know you watching, but you're out here doing too much for me. I just wanna see you. Baseline, I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I'm committed, bitch, I can't really see you, but if you tryna blaze, put some cash up. Ass won't get you no gas, guh. Blaze, put some cash up. Ass won't get you no gas. Now if you tryna blaze, put some cash up. Ass won't get you no gas, guh. Blaze, put some cash up. Okay, at this part we would say, okay, now do that shit, do it. Now can you say do that shit, do it. Okay, now it ain't no party like a Cloud TV party, cause a Cloud TV party don't stop, Yeah, the syllable's a little hard, but we got it, goddamn. Alright, again, my name is Skuzii, that's SKUZ with 2 eyes. Hopefully we brought your blood pressure down and we raised that bitch right back up. Goddamn, go to La Milpas and get tacos anytime that you want, baby.
To the motherfucking cloud.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That shit was perfect. That shit was the best. Oh my god. That shit was hard. That's fucking big, bro. Hey, look. Yes. Yeah.
About to go right now.
Thank you, bro. We needed that. We needed that.